Okay, let's start. Let's start with the BUX. I think you are familiar with BUX. Anyone have any question about the BUX? Okay, so there is no question about the BUX. BUX mainly this online platform from you to complete a particular course. Okay, so let's talk about the course. So the course name is Principles of Physics 1. Okay, and course code is Physics 111 and your section is 12. I am one of the instructor of Physics 111 course and also the team member of team teaching of Physics 111. So anyone here did not enroll in this course? All of you enrolled in Physics 111 course?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you see the particularly close course lecture?
Not right now, sir.
Okay, so mainly the course will be published in particular time. After published, you can see the course material. Okay. So your course mainly a particular lecture will be divided into 3 parts. Okay. So please everyone mute your microphone. Okay. If you need to talk, then just unmute the microphone. Okay. So each lecture is divided into 3 parts. There will be 3 videos in each lecture. Okay. So after each part of the video, there will be a short quiz. Some quiz will be graded and some quiz will be non-graded. Okay. So anyone have any question about regarding the quiz or particular lecture of class? Okay, no question. So mainly this is the particularly your consultation type things, because I briefly explain the course here, mainly class particular class of each class. So this is just like a consultation type. So you have to see the lecture first. Then here you can ask some question about your particularly lecture, different lecture. What is the difficulties or what is the question about the course? Okay, or about the class lecture. Everyone got the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so main thing is that hey, this is particular consultation type thing, but I will explain briefly about the each lecture here. Okay, and mainly this is particularly problem solving things here. Okay, now let's talk about the mark distribution. So first is a quiz. I already mentioned earlier. There will be three quizzes in each lecture. Okay. So quiz is 20% of total percentage of the mark. Total will be 100% mark, and quiz is 20%. Okay, so in case of 20%, there will be particular marking, particular thing is that just if you answer a wrong answer, give the wrong answer, or particularly participate in the quiz, there will be particular percent of mark. Okay. So in case of quiz, some quiz will be graded and some quiz will be non-graded, but you have to answer all of the quizzes. So I give you the particularly uh, idea about the quiz. Now let's talk about the other things. There will be assignment after 2 lecture. Okay. So sorry, after 4 lecture mainly. After 2 week, there will be assignment, some problems type assignment mainly. Another thing is that in case of quiz, maximum quiz will be MCQ type question. Okay, but there will be some quiz just mark entry, okay, or number entry. Okay, you have to solve a problem, then just give the answer in case of number. So in case of assignment, there will be one assignment after 4 lecture, mainly after 2 week. So there will be due time for assignment and also for quizzes. Okay. So assignment 30% mark. Okay, so 20% mark in quiz and 30% mark in assignment. So total 50% mark. Okay, and remaining 15% is in midterm 20% and final 30%. And there is no decision taken about the midterm and final. How can we take midterm and final? Okay. So
Sir,
anyone? Yeah.
sir, I just look at the books, and there's some videos uploaded, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
the course can be seen right now, and there is quiz 1 and quiz 2.
And no.
So
After one video, there will be a particular quiz. There
yes,
each lecture divided into 3 parts. Okay.
yes, sir. There are 2 lectures uploaded. One there is introduction
No,
to
not not not
coordinates.
not lecture. Just each lecture
Yes, sir.
each lecture there will be 3 parts for each lecture. So in first week there will be 2 lectures. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So there will be 6 videos in case of 2 lectures per week. Okay.
Oh,
And there will be 6 quizzes in
okay.
1 week. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
So just watch the video. Okay, you can watch the video more than one time. So
Yes, sir.
don't answer the quiz just after watching the video. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you can watch video in several times. Okay, and also there will be particular time, or there will be 7 days. Okay, for quizzes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
There's
for first,
homework due for July 12th.
yeah. So don't answer the after watching the video. Just think about the particular lecture and then answer the quizzes. Okay.
So, sir, it's up to us whether we want to complete it within
7 days.
2 days, 7 days, or less than 7 days.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
up to us.
yeah. Of course.
Okay,
Anyone
Sir,
have any question? Yeah,
sir, can we know which quizzes are graded and which are not?
yeah. There will be particularly mentioned in the above part of the quiz.
Oh,
I can see the things that this quiz is graded and this quiz is non-graded or ungraded.
so our quizzes will be checked by you, right? They will be
Yeah,
graded by
and
you.
I think it's
It's centrally checked. Oh,
automatically checked because the correct answer is given there. Okay,
okay, this.
I think there will be particular chance you can take more than one times to answer
Yes,
the.
sir. There are 2 attempts written for every
There
question.
will be, yeah. So just answer the quiz after watching the video several times. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I also discuss here the different things the briefly. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you have any question about particular mark distribution or the
Sir,
yeah,
quizzes will be MCQ type.
yeah, maximum will be MCQ type, but some will be particularly problem solving, and you just put the number or particularly this number.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So this all about the courses. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and also another thing is there here. There will be particular Bangla summary and also lecture note for each week. Okay. In BUX for each week, you can find out the particularly Bangla summary of the lecture, first week lecture, and also the lecture note.
Sir, already 2 lectures are uploaded in
Yeah,
books.
yeah. So let's go to the particularly first lecture. Anyone have any question about the particularly introduction of this something course? Okay. So now let's go to the particularly course. So just wait. I'm presenting the.
Sir, what about our lab?
Uh, uh, oh, sorry. I forgot about the lab mainly. So there will be particularly mark distribution in case of lab. Final marks will be 20%, and also midterm will be 20%, and 10 marks will be particularly lab. So there is no decision about the lab. So just I think there will be a particular similar simulation type thing in case of lab. Since the particularly hand to hand problems or particular lab is not possible now. So that's why particularly there will be a similar type things will be involved. Okay, simulation mainly. This there will be a particular simulation type software. You just input the particular things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Will there be
So
any homework, sir?
uh, in case of lab,
No, sir. Uh, Lecture based
no.
homework.
Mainly homework. This is not mandatory. There will be some homework that just for problem solving. Okay, for your particular problem solving skill. Okay. So mainly mark distribution is depend on the quizzes 20%, then assignment 30%. So assignment is
Sir,
particularly there will be
how
duty.
many assignments will be there?
After 4
4
lectures,
lectures.
mainly each 2 weeks. There will be assignment after each 2 weeks. Okay.
Oh,
Sir, do you have to submit the assignments via mail or we have to submit
Uh,
box?
it mainly it will be mentioned. It will be mentioned uh, later. So mainly this will, you can be you can submit it by PDF or particularly JPG format. Okay, just it will mention later. Okay. Okay. So now mark distribution quiz 20%, then assignment 30%, midterm 20%, final 20%, and lab 10%. Okay.
Sir, there was a mail, I think, not sent to us, but a mail screenshot that we saw that stated that there will be no lab for the physics 101 for this session.
No. In case of physics 1-1,
Yes, sir. 111 triple one.
oh, triple one.
Yes,
No,
sir.
I think the decision was there will be 10% mark in case of lab. Okay, if there is no mark in case of lab, I also mentioned here. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So let's go to the first lecture. Just a particular overview of the lecture. Can you see the lecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first topics was coordinate systems. Okay. So you already familiar with these things. In case of coordinate system, here I will discuss about the Cartesian coordinate system, then polar coordinate system, and also cylindrical coordinate system. Okay. So I want to say that just first, what's the lecture in Vuex first, okay? Then I will briefly discuss the lecture, okay? Here, lecture will be published, I think, mm, 10 hours or particularly 8 hours before my class, okay?
Yes.
Just first watch the lecture, then participate in the class. So here, first thing is coordinate system. So first Cartesian coordinate system, and the coordinate is xy or xyz. So xy is for two-dimensional case and xyz is for three-dimensional case. And another thing is here polar coordinate system, which is r theta. And in case of cylindrical coordinate system is r theta and z. Okay, and here the figure shows first one is coordinate system in two-dimensional, and third one is coordinate system in three-dimensional. Okay, and second one is here polar coordinate system, and last one is particularly cylindrical coordinate system. Okay, so mainly coordinate system, the dimension is depend on you. There will be infinity number of dimension. Okay, so it will be one dimension. In case of one dimension, we consider x only. Okay, so in case of two dimension x y z, in case of three dimension, sorry, two dimension x y and three dimension x y z. So there will be n number of particular dimension. Okay, here and here all of the coordinate systems are considered as a right hand role. Okay, so consider always the right hand, and the values of the x y and r theta and also x y x r z are mentioned in the figure. Okay, so x y is minus infinity to plus infinity, r 0 to infinity, and theta, mainly theta is 0 to 360 degree in case of radian, 0 to 2 pi, and also particularly z minus infinity to plus infinity. So these are the normally we discussion about the coordinate system, and I also discuss about the conversion of Cartesian form to polar form. Okay, so mainly we used here mainly Cartesian coordinate system and also polar coordinate system. Okay, so here the next is particularly, anyone have any question about the coordinate system? Do you have any question about coordinate system? Okay. So next quantities. So there are here mentioned the two types of quantities. So it's different on the our choice mainly the classification, because quantities can be differentiated in the different ways. Okay, so here we want to just differentiate this into two parts. One is vector, another is scalar quantity. Okay, so vectors has magnitude and direction, and scalar has just only magnitude. So just number, scalar just number. And normally a scalar, in case of scalar, we can calculate the scalar quantity by a normal mathematical rule. Just 3 plus 2 equal to 5, or 7 plus 3 equal to 10. Okay, just add the number. Okay, so this is a particularly scalar quantity. So in case of vector, vector does not follow the particularly normal normal algebra. Okay, so in case of vector, if the given value of two vectors is 3 and 5, okay, the resultant of these two vectors cannot be particularly 8. It may be 3 minus 5 is say minus 2 or 2, and 3 plus 5 is 8. So it's between 2 to 8. Do you understand this? Okay, then in case of vector, vector does not follow the particular mathematical calculation. Okay, in case of addition, say 3 plus 5 is equal to 8, vector does not follow this. Okay, then 3 plus 5 may be 2 or between 2 to 8. So there will be particular magnitude and direction in case of vector. Okay, Now vector representation. Okay, so we can represent a vector by drawing of a arrow. Okay, if we draw a arrow, there will be two parts in case of arrow. One is tail, another is head. Okay, so one is tail, another is head, and the length of the arrow represent the magnitude. Okay, and the direction of the arrow represent the direction of the vector. Okay, this is the vector representation in case of drawing. If we draw a arrow, there will be head and tail, and head represent the direction. The direction is direction is vector. The direction and the magnitude of the vector represent the length of the arrow. Okay, you can divide this length into in a particular unit. If you give a unit, then you can express in this vector in case of number. Okay. So next is particularly the vector representation in case of letter. If we say that the vector A or vector B or vector X, so you have to write down the letter and give a particularly arrow sign above the vector. Okay, so we are already shown here vector A equal to vector A, and there is an arrow above the vector which represent the vector A. Sorry, and the magnitude of the vector represent the modulus sign. Okay, if you give the modulus sign or just only A, the letter A represent the magnitude of this vector. Okay, so these are the representation of vector in case of drawing and in case of writing. Okay, anyone have any question about this in this slide? Okay, then next one. So vector addition and subtraction by drawing. There are three figures here. First one is addition of vector, second one is subtraction of vector, and last one is the multiplication by a number. Okay, so in case of drawing, say two vector is given, vector A and vector B. Okay, so one thing is that here you can just replace a vector. Say vector B is given like that. Here you can shift the vector without changing the direction. Okay, so if you write down the vector here just like that, vector B is here, just here, and if you write just write down the vector here, vector B, so the direction is same, remains same, but we shift the vector. Okay, so shifting of vector, shifting of the vector remain the same vector, but you need to just keep the direction same. Okay.
Sir, is it the shifting of vector or resultant vector?
No. Just shifting of the vector. Say this is vector A. Okay. This is vector A. If you shift the vector A just like here, just here. Okay. Remain the length and the direction same. Then this vector and this vector represent the same vector. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Clear? In case of addition of vector, in case of drawing, just add one vector tail to the another vector head. Okay, so this is vector B, and we add vector, so this is vector A, we add vector B just like that, head to tail. Okay, second vector B vector tail, add with first vector A vector head. Okay, so this is called head to tail law. Okay, here, and if we draw another vector from first vector tail to second vector head, so this is called the resultant or particularly addition of these two vector. Okay, so this is the resultant vector, so this is called A plus B. Clear? So there will be a particularly quiz about this drawing. Here in case of lecture 1, there will be a particular quiz regarding this drawing. So just here, if we follow the head to tail law, okay, then the resultant vector will be the addition A plus B. Okay, clear? So just head to tail law follow. If there is three vector is given, you can follow the same rule. Okay, say A, B, and another vector is C. Then you add the third vector with vector B. Okay, third vector tail in second vector head. So there will be particular like that, that direction, or that direction. Then draw the particularly first vector head tail to second vector head. The vector is the resultant vector. Okay. So in case of subtraction, do you have any question about the addition of vector? In case of drawing, okay. So there is no question. So in case of subtraction, there is the subtraction of vector. Okay. So vector A is given and vector B is here. Here. So here, see that vector A is given here. We shift the vector here. Okay, just shift the vector here. So this vector A and this vector A are same. So in this case, we just shift the vector. Okay, and now there is a particular topics about the negative of a vector. So negative of a vector describe that the just only direction of the vector will change, but the magnitude will remain same. Okay, so this is the particular vector B, and if we draw another vector opposite direction, okay, remain the magnitude same, and this is called vector B. So minus B, sorry. So this is vector B, and minus vector B is just like that. Okay, and this is vector B. Okay, so just there is a difference in opposite in tail and head. Okay, this is vector B, and this is vector minus B. Okay. Then the vector drawn from first vector tail to second vector head, this is called the subtraction of vector two vectors. So A minus B, this is the A minus B. So subtraction is also one kind of addition. Here we add a vector with the negative of a vector. Okay. So here we add vector A with negative of vector B. Okay. So A minus B, this is A minus B. So this is the subtraction of it. And third one, if we consider this is vector A, and if we multiply it by this vector with vector and vector A, the answer is 2A. So we can multiply a vector with the number. Okay, just if we multiply the vector with number, then the length of the vector will be particularly changed or will increase, okay, or decrease. Okay, so this is the particular multiplication of vector by number. Okay, so if we multiply a vector with number, just the length will increase in case of drawing. So just simply in case of multiplication of scalar quantities, because 2 is a scalar quantity or number is a scalar quantity, just we multiply it by the number into this vector. Okay. So do you have any question regarding this slide, vector addition, subtraction, and multiplication number with a vector? Okay, so no question. So just try to draw two vectors and try to add or subtract two vectors in case of in home. Okay. Now next slide. Unit vector. Okay. So unit vector, there will be two types of unit vector. So one is unit vector of a particular given vector. So in case of particular given vector, unit vector describe that the vector divided by its magnitude. So here A represent the magnitude, and there is an arrow above the vector A. So this is represent the vector A. So vector A divided by magnitude of this vector represent the unit vector of that vector. Okay, so this is the unit vector of a vector. But in case of particularly unit vector in coordinate system, say x, y, z, we consider three unit vector. One is I cap, another is j cap, and another is k cap. And the magnitude of unit vectors are always 1. Okay, so in case of this vector and also in case of I, j, k, magnitude of unit vector is 1, always 1. Okay, clear? So just remember that in case of x, y, z coordinate system, we consider three unit vectors. One is I, another is j, another is k, and all unit vector has magnitude 1. Okay. Now let's particularly draw a vector in case of coordinate system. Okay. So here is a vector A drawn in XY coordinate system, two-dimensional coordinate system. So there will be a component. Okay. So this A vector has two components. Along the x-axis, the component is AX, and along the y-axis, component is AY. Okay. So if we multiply this component with the unit vector along the direction of x and y, then this is also another vector which represent the vector component of vector A. Okay, so here is two things. One is the scalar component, another is vector component. So if we draw a vector A in coordinate system, xy coordinate system, so if we find out the scalar things, say Ax, so this is the scalar component. Ax is the scalar component of vector A along the direction of x, and Ay is the scalar component along the y direction of vector A. If we multiply this scalar component with unit vector, say Axi and Ayj, so Axi is the vector component along the x-axis, and Ayj is the vector component along the y-axis. So this vector A can be then represented by vector A equal to Axi plus Ayj. Okay. So vector component mainly x component and y component. So we can add these two. So vector A equal to Axi plus Ayj. Okay. So these are the mainly representation of vector in case of two-dimensional coordinate system. Now, how can we resolve this component? Okay, resolving a vector. So here is the procedure. Okay, so this is mainly conversion of polar coordinate into Cartesian coordinate. Okay, because Ax is the x component, which is represented also by x, and Ay can be represented by y. Okay, so Ax equal to A cos theta. So this is particularly mainly a trigonometric formula. Say if this is the right angle triangle, if we apply the Pythagoras formula, okay, this is the hypotenuse, this is the base, and this is the adjacent leg adjacent. Okay, sorry, leg opposite, and this is the leg adjacent. Okay, this is the base, this is the height, and this is the hypotenuse. Okay, so if we apply particularly cos theta is equal to this base divided by hypotenuse. So that's why A cos theta. So in this case, same thing. Okay, there sin theta equal to particular thing here. So that's why mainly this is particular trigonometric formula. Just not need to explain this. Just you can remember. You just have to remember this. Ax equal to A cos theta and Ay equal to A sin theta, where A represent the magnitude of the vector. Okay, I will discuss how to calculate the magnitude of a vector. Okay, so A represents the magnitude of a vector, and x is the angle produced with x-axis vector itself. Okay, so in case of this angle, always consider from positive x-axis to anti-clockwise. Okay, from positive x-axis to anti-clockwise. If you calculate the angle from positive x-axis to clockwise, then you have to give a negative sign. Okay, say if you calculate the clockwise angle, you have to write down the minus theta. Okay, just remember that things. Always consider anti-clockwise from x-axis. If you calculate the clockwise, then you have to give the negative sign. Okay, so here x component is A cos theta and y component is A sin theta. Okay, now here the addition vectors in case of coordinate system, I already mentioned earlier that the vector can be represented. A vector is represented by Axi plus Ayj. So vector A equal to Axi plus Ayj, and vector B equal to Bxi plus Byj. In case of three-dimensional, is Ax, Ay, and Az. And then, yeah.
Sir, why it is A sin theta and why it is the base is A cos theta?
sorry. Oh,
Why the
here.
particular is a sin theta and why the base is a cos theta.
So in case of y component, this is the angle theta. Okay, this angle is not theta. Clear?
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
So if this
Yes, sir.
angle is
Yes, sir.
theta, this angle is theta. So in this triangle, right angle triangle, this represents the base and this represents the height. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So mainly sine theta is equal to particularly
The perpendicular.
perpendicular distance divided by particularly hypotenuse. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Clear?
Okay, okay.
This is
Yes, sir.
this theta and this theta is equal here. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, in case of addition vectors in coordinate system, so in two-dimensional or three-dimensional, here mainly given two-dimensional IJ form. If there is three-dimensional, there is another term is K. Okay? So vector A plus vector B equal to, just we add the X component. Okay, and that will be multiplied by unit vector I, and again the multiplied by the Y component. Sorry, just add the Y component and multiplied by J. Okay. So there is a particular missing of bracket. Here will be first bracket. Okay. So here ax plus bx. If there is another vector, so there will be cx. Okay. I plus ay plus by plus cyj. So here is two vector ax plus bxi plus ay plus byj. If there will be particular negative thing, say there is a negative component of x, because negative component are also possible. If a vector is given minus 3i plus 2j, so the x component is minus 3. So negative component is also possible here. Okay. So this is the procedure how to we add two vectors. Okay, in case of unit vector notation. So here is the relation between Cartesian coordinate system and polar coordinate system. Okay. So in case of Cartesian coordinate system, we represent a coordinate is by xy. Okay, and in case of polar, which is r theta, but both are equivalent if we just convert one into another. Okay, so r represent the distance from origin to the particular position, or represent the length of the magnitude of the vector. Okay, and theta represent the always the angle between the vector and positive x-axis. We consider the angle from positive x-axis to anti-clockwise. If you go to the clockwise, you have to consider minus theta. Okay. So here the first thing is conversion from polar to Cartesian. Okay. So here x equal to r cos theta. I already shown in previous slide. Here is the same thing. Here there is a cos theta. There is a cos theta. So here a is the magnitude of the vector. Okay. So this is a particularly standard form. Okay, we just consider the vector magnitude r. Okay? If vector is b, you can write down b. If vector is c, you can write down magnitude c. Okay, so here x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. So if a vector is given in polar form, in r theta form, by using these two equation, you can convert it into Cartesian form. Okay, so here x is the x component of vector and y is the y component. So r cos theta, r sin theta. Okay, so if you multiply it here by I, so this is the vector component, x component of vector. If you multiply it here j in case of y, so this is the vector component of that vector along the y direction. So this is the procedure. How can we convert polar Cartesian into polar coordinate into Cartesian coordinate. Okay. Now Cartesian coordinate into polar coordinate system. So here r square equal to x square plus y square. Okay. So this is mainly Pythagoras formula. Okay. Hypotenuse square equal to base square plus just height square. Okay. Perpendicular distance. So r square equal to x square plus y square. So from this, you can easily calculate the magnitude or normal of the vector. So from this, here r equal to root over x square plus y square. So the magnitude of a vector is always equal to root over x component square plus y component square plus z component square. Okay. So another thing is here, if the x component is negative, not give the negative before the particular bracket. Okay. Say one is -3. Okay. Not give the -3 square. So just first bracket -3 square. So it will be 9, not -9. Okay. So r equal to root over x square plus y square, and the angle theta equal to tan inverse y component by x component. By using these two equation, you can easily calculate the convert the Cartesian coordinate system into polar coordinate system. So here is a
Sir,
given. Yeah,
sir, there is x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. What is the
yeah.
value of k? The
Okay.
third.
Oh, okay, okay. So if you try to find out the x, y, and z component, you have to convert it into cylindrical coordinate. Okay.
Oh, there comes the idea of cylindrical
Yeah,
component.
yeah. You have to convert it into cylindrical coordinate. If x, y is x, y, z, so you have to just polar coordinate can be converted into Cartesian form because polar coordinate is r theta. If there is given cylindrical coordinate r theta and z, you can convert it into Cartesian form, which is x, y, z. Okay. So yeah, normally we don't discuss about the details about the cylindrical coordinate. Just we discuss about the polar and Cartesian. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here vector A equal to 2i plus 3j. So you can just convert this. This is in Cartesian form because this is in xy form. Here 2 is x, xi plus 3 is y 3j. So 2 is the x and 2i is the vector component of along the x, and 3j represent the vector component along the y. So 2 is x or ax, you can represent ax or x, and 3 is ay or y only. So from this you can convert it into polar form. So here r equal to root over 2 square plus 3 square, and theta equal to tan inverse 3 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2. Now let's solve a problem related to these topics. Okay. So here the x component of vector A is equal to -25 meter, and the y component is 40 meter. And first find out the magnitude of vector A and the angle between the direction of A and the positive x-axis. Okay, so this angle is with vector direction of vector A and positive x-axis, which is theta. Okay, and this is the magnitude. So here mainly the x component of vector is given -25 and y component is 40. So this is in Cartesian form. We need to convert it into polar form. So magnitude and direction. So in case of magnitude, a equal to root over ax square plus ay square or x square plus y square, and the direction theta equal to tan inverse ay by ax. Okay. So here ax is -25, ay is 40. So you can easily convert it. A equal to root over -25 square. Here there is a particular bracket, first bracket -25 square, not minus first bracket 25 square. Okay. So because 25 is the x component. Okay. So x square means -25 whole square, not minus then first bracket 25 square. Okay. So first bracket -25 square plus 40 square is equal to 47.2 meter. So this is the x component. Okay. Then in case of angle, theta equal to 10 inverse 40 divided by -25. So this is equal to -58 degree. So in quadrant system, in case of quadrant system, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant, there will be particular sign. In first quadrant, the x and y component both are positive. In second quadrant, x negative, y positive. In third quadrant, both x and y negative. In fourth quadrant, x positive and y negative. So here x component is negative and y component is positive. So the vector is in second quadrant. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, I didn't get this part, sir. Can you repeat this part once again?
So quadrant system or angle?
Yes, yes, sir. Quadrant system.
Okay, okay.
Why we
So
are choosing 122-degree but
yeah,
not
yeah,
90?
yeah. I explain here. Explaining. Okay, I'm
Yes.
explaining here. So first tell me -25 and +40. So x is negative and y
Yes.
is positive.
Positive.
So
Yes, sir.
in fourth quadrant system, first, second, third, fourth.
Yes, sir.
So in which quadrant system this vector lie?
Sir, x1, mane
Yeah,
x
yeah.
component.
X component is minus and y component is plus.
Sir, y component will be plus in
Y
third.
component minus,
Y
y
component.
component minus, and x component plus. Okay. So this
Yes.
vector is in second quadrant.
Second.
Just imagine the quadrant system. In first quadrant, x positive, y positive. In second quadrant, x negative, y positive. In third quadrant, both are negative. In fourth quadrant, x component positive, y component negative. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So it's
So
the idea about the quadrant of sine and cos.
yeah, yeah. No. Just in coordinate systems, so just like that coordinate system here. Okay. So if a
Yeah.
vector is in this quadrant, this is first quadrant. So here the coordinate system for x value will be positive and y value is positive. Okay. So here if we consider the second quadrant, here x along the x direction is negative and y direction is positive. Okay. If we consider this the third quadrant, here x negative, y is also negative. If the vector is in fourth quadrant, here x positive and y negative.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So
Okay.
here yeah. Any question? So here this vector lie in particularly second quadrant, but our answer is -58 degree. Yeah. So -58 degree. So -58 degrees in what coordinate? Okay. -58 degree is in
Third
third,
quadrant.
third
Third
quadrant.
quadrant.
Yes,
Okay. So if the answer is third quadrant, but this problem represent the vector is in second quadrant. So that's why we need to add +180 degree, because the difference between second quadrant and not sorry, -58 degree is not third quadrant. This is in fourth quadrant. -58 degrees is in fourth quadrant, because each quadrant represent the 90 degree. Okay. So from positive x-axis you go to the clockwise, then first thing is -90. Okay. Here
So we have to go in clockwise direction.
no, here the answer is given in clockwise. -58, say if starting from that point, this is -90, -180, -270, -360. If you go along that direction, +90, +180 degree, +270 degree, +360 degree. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so since the vector is -58, so between -90, 0 to -90, so that's why the vector is in fourth quadrant. Our answer is in fourth quadrant, but the given problem vector is in lie in second quadrant. So the difference between these two quadrant is 180 degree. Okay, so that's why here we add 180 degree. Okay. So if we add -58 with 180 degrees, so answer is 122 degree. Okay. So if you give the answer is -58 degrees, is also correct. Okay. Yeah. So for more specifically, this answer is 122 degree. Okay. So if the answer is -58 degree, this is also a correct answer. Okay. But in case of particularly specify the problem, so we have add just 180 here. So this is the problem regarding the conversion of Cartesian coordinate system into polar coordinate system. So you can also convert polar coordinate system into Cartesian coordinate system. So also, so here is the another problem in case of vector addition and subtraction of vector. So first, in case of vector addition, Okay, in case of vector addition, there is two vector given, vector A and vector B are in IJK form in unit vector notation. So in case of addition, we just add the X component, Y component, and Z component. So in case of X component, 4 is the X component of vector A, and -1 is the X component of vector B. So 4 minus 1, this is 3. So this is 3i. And in case of Y component, this is -3 plus 1. So this is -2j, and 1 plus 4, this is 5k. So answer is 3i minus 2j plus 5k. Just add the X component, Y component, Z component. Okay, in case of addition.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, where from where we will collect this maths you are just teaching us
Okay. Okay.
or
I think
practicing at
yeah,
home?
yeah. Okay. So you can follow the Resnick Halliday 9th edition or 10th edition book. Okay, and I can particularly upload this slide in a particular part. So I will create a particular platform. Okay, just wait 1 or 2 class. Okay. I
The math is needed. That's right.
Okay, okay. So I think I will create a particular Google Classroom and also
Yes,
just give you a particular link to upload the slides. Okay.
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Sir, this video is being recorded, right?
Yeah.
Can I see this video after this lecture is over, or will this video be uploaded somewhere?
I think that there are 13 sections in case of 341. So in Vuex, it is not possible to upload all of the recording video. Okay, so I can upload this in a particular Google Classroom, or particularly the slides in Google Classroom. Just wait for 1 class or 2 class. I will create a particular platform where you can see this. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. So next one is vector subtraction A minus B. Okay. So here just difference is this here. Just we subtract A with B. There is a particular minus sign. Okay. In case of addition, we consider plus sign. So X component of vector A minus X component of vector B. So here minus into minus is plus. Okay. So here X component, and there is a particular minus Y component, there is a particular minus Y component, and again Z component, a particular minus Z component. So finally 5i minus 4j minus 3k is the subtraction of this vector. And in case of solving a problem, you have to give the unit. Okay, because there is a particular mark in case of unit. So the unit of this is the meter. Okay. And last one, a third vector C says that A minus B plus C equal to 0. So in this case, not put the value of A and B, then calculate C. Just first solve this problem, and normal mathematical problem. Okay, you can solve this A minus B plus C equal to 0, then C equal to B minus A. First we solve this here, C equal to B minus A. Okay, then we put the value of B and also particularly subtract this with vector A. Since B minus A is equal to A minus B, so that's why we just easily write down minus 5i plus 4j plus 3k. So this is the B minus A. Okay. If there is no given value of A minus B, you can calculate this by putting the value B and A. Okay. So this is the vector addition in case of unit vector notation, or vector subtraction, or particular relation. Okay. So here there will be particular relation A minus B plus C equal to 0. You can also calculate the another relation, say A plus B minus C equal to 0, or minus A plus B minus C equal to 0. Okay. Now here is the magnitude. Okay. I already said that the magnitude of vector A equal to root over ax square plus ay square. This is just a particular Pythagoras formula. Okay. Here is another thing. If we shift the coordinate, okay, so this is the vector A, and first this is the coordinate system, which is x and y coordinate system. And in this case, it's x coordinate, y coordinate. So here the component is ax and here the component is ay. Now if we shift the coordinate into particular angle, our new coordinate is, here is the x prime, we represent this is the x prime and this is the y prime. So we shift this a particular angle, this is a particular angle, here is particular angle. Okay. So in case of shifting the coordinate, the component will change. The component of vector A is ax prime and the component of y is ay prime. Their component are not equal. So here ax is not equal to ax prime and ay is not equal to ay prime, but their magnitude will remain same. Okay. So if you shift the coordinate, the magnitude will remain same, but component will be changed. Okay. So this represents that how can we calculate the magnitude in case of shifting of coordinate, and also particular relation between component in case of shifting of coordinate. Okay. And another thing is here, if a particular vector is given, you can calculate the magnitude by drawing the coordinate. Okay. So always the vector tail remain in the origin of the coordinate. Okay. So not try to draw a origin at the head of the vector. Okay. Head of the vector. Say a vector is given, a particular vector, a particular arrow is given. Not try to draw a vector coordinate in case of tail. Sorry, in case of head. Okay. Always draw a coordinate keeping the origin at the tail of a vector. Okay. Now here is the three-dimensional case, just extension of the two-dimensional case. Here I discussed earlier in ij only. Here is a k. So x, a vector represented by axi plus ayj plus azk, and the magnitude is root over ax square plus au square plus az square, and the unit vector is equal to this vector divided by vector's magnitude. Okay. So now let's solve a problem, conversion of polar coordinate system into Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. So here is 4 forces. Okay. One is 80 Newton, another 40, another 60, and last one is 50 Newton. And there is a particular angle, okay, produced. So first we just consider this is the horizontal line. This represents the positive x-axis, and the vertical line, this represents the y-axis, and this is the origin. Okay. And we define 80 Newton as f1, 40 is a f2, 60 is a f3, and 50 is a f4. So these are the magnitude and angle are given. So magnitude or angle, mainly these are in polar form. So we need to convert it into Cartesian form. So if any problem is given in polar forms, and if we try to find out the particular relation or particular addition or subtraction, first we need to convert it into Cartesian form, then just do the addition subtraction. Okay. So here I try to just convert it into Cartesian form. So 80 Newton force F1 produce 0-degree angle because x-axis along that direction and vector are in same direction. So here 0-degree angle. So F1 produce 0-degree angle with positive x-axis, and F2, if you go to anti-clockwise from positive x-axis, this is 90-degree. Okay. So F2 produce 90-degree angle with positive x-axis. In case of F3, so 90-degree plus 70. Okay. 70-degree is produced with positive y-axis, not positive x-axis. I earlier mentioned that always we consider the angle from positive x-axis to anti-clockwise. So the angle for 60 Newton force is 90-degree plus 70-degree. So total angle is 160-degree. Okay. And in case of 50 Newton, the total angle is 180 from positive x-axis, 180 plus 30. So 180 plus 30 is 210 or 210 degree. Okay, so these are the magnitude and angle. So these are polar form. Now let's solve in Cartesian form. So here f1 vector is equal to f1 cos theta I. So this is the vector component, x component, vector x component of f1, and f1 sin theta j. So this is the vector component of y. Okay, and the magnitude of f1 is 80 and angle 0 degree. So 80 cos 0 degree I plus 80 sin 0 degree j, and the vector is in 80 I. So f2, just f2 cos theta 2 I plus f2 sin theta 2 j. So this is 40 cos 90 degree I plus 40 sin 90 degree j. So this is equal to 40 j. So f3 equal to f3 cos theta 3 I plus f3 sin theta 3 j. This is equal to 60 cos 160 degree I plus 60 sin 160 degree j. The answer is minus 56.38 I plus 20.52 j. Similarly, f4 minus 43.3 I minus 25 j. So these are the four vectors in polar Cartesian form. So 80 I, 40 j, minus 56.38 I plus 20.52 j, and minus 43.3 I minus 25 j. Now the question was find out the resultant vector. So here f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus f4, just we add the I component, j component, and k component. Okay, so here is there is no k component here. This is two dimensional. So minus 19.68 I plus 35.52 j. So this is the answer, and the unit of the force is Newton. So that's there is a report. Okay, so you can also calculate the particular relation. Say the question is find out the relation f1 minus f2 minus f3 plus f4. Just here, if f1 is 80 I, for f2 there is a particular minus 40 j.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, here in every case we are using f1, f2, f3, right?
Yeah.
But why is we are using f1 cos I, f1 cos j? Because like the component is not
Sorry,
same,
f1
right?
f1 cos I plus f1 sin j.
Yes, sir.
So
Why?
I already discussed in earlier that if we try to convert polar into Cartesian form, then we
Yes,
need
sir.
to consider the formula that for x component is magnitude of vector cos theta I, and vector y component is magnitude of this vector sin theta j. So here is the
Oh, sir, I got it. I got
this
it.
is this is the no, x component is r cos theta and y component is r sin theta. Okay.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay. So
R.
this is the mainly conversion from polar to Cartesian. Okay, so these are the all about your first lecture. Okay, so mainly first lecture was Cartesian coordinate system, then vector addition in case of drawing, and also unit vector. Okay, so these are the first lecture. Okay,
Yes, sir.
now do you have any question regarding this class or particularly lecture 1?
Mm,
So here just keep remember that mainly vector and scalar. In case of scalar is a particular number, then it's normally follow the normal rule. In case of mathematical rule, normal mathematical rule, but in case of vector, so vector does not follow the particular mathematical rule. Okay.
yes, sir. Do you have any classes after this class?
No, just see, just watch the video in VUX. Okay,
Sir,
then
sir.
give the
Yes,
quizzes.
sir. Sir, sir, can this class be taken at 9:30 or something?
No, it's particularly scheduled class. Okay, from 8 to 9:20.
Okay, sir. So there is no marks on presence, right?
No. So this is not mandatory class. Okay.
But still, sir, important, sir, right?
Yeah, of course. If you have any problem in case of lecture, just discuss. Just I discuss here, or you can question
So
problems. Okay.
you will be emailing all the classes, right? I mean, when
Yeah.
there's a
No, no,
class.
no, no, no. I already just this particularly send the invitation for September from 2 days to September 24.
Oh, so
Sir,
there will be
It's the
automatic.
same link. Yeah, same
Yes.
link.
So there was 3 class in our schedule, but you have sent it that you take 2 classes in a week.
Yeah, yeah,
The rest
So
is
the
lab.
next class will be in Monday.
yeah. Monday. This is the Monday Wednesday schedule. Okay.
Sir, what's your faculty initial?
Oh, my initial is HSN. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Uh, in HSN.
Oh, okay, sir.
No, mainly in case of introduction. I don't give you the introduction mainly. My name is Mohammad Mehdi Hassan, and my initial is HSN, and my email address is hassan.mehdi@bracu.ac.dd. Okay,
Yes.
and in case of mainly in case of physics 111 course, mainly there is a particular teamwork. In case of UX, particularly I'm taking this 111 for section 12 and section 3. Okay, but we are doing a teamwork in case of UX. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
so anyone have any question regarding the UX mark distribution, or how classes are taken, or particularly
Sir, I have a question, sir.
yeah, of course.
Sir, in BUX, there is written that homework due July 12th.
Yeah,
So,
this is the homework, mainly
quizzes.
quizzes. Just
So
watch
I
the video and quizzes. This is the
so I
homework.
have sir, I have to complete the 3 quizzes before
Yeah,
July 12th, right?
yeah. So mainly there is a due date for there will be a particular due date for quizzes, or watching video, or assignment. Okay, if due date will pass, mainly not you cannot answer the quizzes, or submit assignment. Okay,
Yes.
but there will be enough time for you. Say,
Sir, more
7 days.
than yes.
Yeah, yeah. So take
7 days
care.
for each quiz.
Yeah, each not each quiz. There will be 3 quizzes for each lecture. Okay. So mainly there will be 7 days for 6 quizzes for first week lecture. Okay. So in case of second quiz, mainly there will be particular short time. Okay, because you can see the lecture mainly second lecture also in first lecture and second lecture together each other. Okay,
Yes, sir.
mainly there is no time for first lecture, and there is no particular time difference for first lecture and second lecture. Okay, so you can complete first week lecture video or quizzes within first day or second day of week. Okay, but I have I'll discuss by day, Monday Wednesday class. Okay, any questions?
Sir, would you suggest any reference book?
Mainly for problem solving or particularly lecture, you can follow the Resnick Halliday Principles of Physics, sorry, Fundamental of Physics book, Fundamental of Physics, writer Resnick Halliday and Walker, 9th edition.
Ninth edition.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir,
yeah,
sir, wait a minute.
yeah. So again, I'm saying that this is not mandatory class, but it's I think it's important, because just if you see the lecture, it's not clear about the particular things. Okay. So first, I think first you have to watch the video in Vuex, then just participate in the class.
Are you talking?
Yeah. Hello.
So are you talking about this book, Resnick and Healthy?
Yeah, this book. This
We
book is,
can get the PDF version.
Yes, sir.
yeah. I have PDF version, but if I particular create a particular platform, I will upload this. Okay. Mainly, I think I'm thinking about the Google Classroom for you. So
Yes, sir.
if I
Google.
create a Google Classroom, I will give the link. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone have any question? Okay. So no questions. So I'm going to end the class.
Sir,
I think yeah.
sir, I have a question, sir. In
Yeah.
my Vuex,
Yeah.
the username had to be like first part was from my student ID, but I've given a name, just my name, not no ID, sir. My username is just my name. How will you
Oh,
recognize my ID?
just okay, just contact with the register office because I'm not, I have no idea about this, but you can edit this. I think you can edit this.
No, sir, it's permanent.
Oh, okay. So you can contact with the IT or IT staff or particularly register building.
Sir, I did the same mistake, and my
It
name was
happened to a lot of people.
yes.
I don't
Okay,
think there's a
I
problem.
think the decision was that there will be no repercussion right away.
okay,
I mean, there is no decision right away. And
okay. So just wait. Just wait.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So next class will be in Monday, same time. Okay.
Okay, sir.
okay, sir.
Okay. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
স্যারের কাছে বইয়ের পিডিএফটা চাওয়া উচিত ছিল।
ক্লাসরুমে দিবে বললো।
প্যারা খাইস না, দিবে দিবে, এত তারা কিসের?
আচ্ছা, তোমরা কি কোর্স স্টার্ট করে দিছো?
না, bro.
না ভাই, মাত্র উঠলাম।
আচ্ছা, বাক্সে গিয়ে জাস্ট স্টার্ট কোর্সে ক্লিক করলেই হবে, তাই না?
হ্যাঁ,
মানে কোর্সে দুইটা ভিডিও, মানে দুইটা না আরো বেশি ভিডিও আপলোড হয়ে গেছে, আর
এক
কুইজ।
উইকের আপলোড হয়েছে।
আচ্ছা, ক্লাসটা কি অন্য টাইমে নেওয়া যায় না? 8টা বাজে, দুই দিন উঠতে হতো, সমস্যা।
স্যার কখন শুরু করছে ক্লাস?
8টায়।
শিডিউল অনুযায়ী নিতেছে, কিছু করার নেই।
আচ্ছা, নেক্সট ক্লাসের রুটিন পাইছো? নেক্সট ক্লাস কি হবে? আমরা তো
নেক্সট
জাস্ট ফিজিক্স।
ক্লাস মানডে।
না এটা না, ফিজিক্স ছাড়া ম্যাথ কখন হবে?
ম্যাথের কোনো ক্লাস নেই, ম্যাথ জাস্ট বিউএক্স এ ক্লাস করবো, শেষ।
আর
ম্যাথের
CSC?
মেবি এরকম কনসালটেশন ক্লাস দিবে। সিএসসি এরও কিছু বলে না, জাস্ট এই ফিজিক্সের ইয়েটা বলছে।
বাট মানে অন্য ফিজিক্সের সেকশনও কিন্তু কিছু বলে নাই। সো লাইক হাসান স্যার
নিজের থেকে